action.
Two.
Do sound first.
Two.
Not that sound.
Vroom. Ring, ding, ding.
That's the wrong bike.
Oh.
That's a ring, ding, 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 ding,
Toot,
ding,
toot,
ding,
toot,
ding,
toot,
ding,
toot,
ding, 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 ding.
Toot, 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 toot.
Potato, 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 potato.
Not out of a Sportster engine. You might get it out of an Evo engine. They're supposed to all say potato, but Sportster engines don't say potato.
What do they say?
For fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake, it probably will be no sound from this bike. Cheesy.
The cheesy
How do you
chopper.
spell cheesy?
CHEESY. Riders or not?
Riders or not. Welcome back to my channel. It's our channel now.
No, it's definitely your channel.
Is it?
Yes.
You would do it differently.
Tomboy a bit.
You would do it differently.
No.
That would be your channel. Are you happy with how I present you in my channel?
I watch your programs.
Very likable, actually. People are commenting and leaving comments. Can we dedicate this episode and can you leave a nice comment to Simon and he promises he will read them all.
All right.
Okay, Bill.
Anyway.
Let's talk about cheesy now.
Cheesy.
It's about cheesy, not about you again.
I'll explain what yes. Yeah. This is your channel. Let's talk about you.
No,
how are you?
How
are you feeling?
I'm feeling
How are
really
you feeling
good,
in yourself?
Except from a little problem that we can't hear the sound of a bike, but it's all right.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
This bike is. I'll explain why it's called cheesy.
Okay. Cheesy story.
Cheesy story.
Cheesy story.
Originally, when I built this bike, if I can get a word in, this is what it's like. You see, when I built this bike, originally it had cheesy handlebars on it.
Okay.
Like cheesy.
Yeah.
And so that's why it got its name.
Okay.
But it hasn't got. And it had standard
cheesy handlebars anymore.
It had standard forks and cheesy handlebars.
And it all started actually not with the handlebars, but with the back wheel.
This did start with the back wheel. I found the back wheel on a well-known auction site.
Okay.
And it was
not mentioning because they don't pay us.
No, they don't pay us. No. It sounds a little bit like Fleabay.
Fleabay. Or Creebay.
Creebay. And it was a 250, quite a wide back spoked wheel, and I thought, and it was cheap. So I bought it and it arrived in a box, and I thought I'm going to build something around that wheel. And the idea was to stretch a skinny tyre over the fat wheel.
It seems like you always challenge yourself with something on every single bike. You find something and you try to do something that is not actually in your competence straight away.
I know.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's supposed to be.
I've never built the same bike twice.
Yep.
Which was another reason why I don't own this motorcycle anymore, because I built this for me. It was a guy that came to commission a build. I said, come up, have a meeting, we'll talk about what I can build, what you want. And he turned up and he said, I want one of those. Can you build me a bike exactly the same as that? And I thought, nah. One, I can't remember. I can't remember how I built it.
Stretch that wheel.
And and find another wheel. And I said, I don't really want to build the same bike again. Yeah, it's like it's all about having something a little bit different. If you've got one of my bikes, it's a bit different. I could never replicate it anyway. So it came down to what do you want? And he said, I want a white frame. I want the thick tube. Hardtail conversion. I want a black engine. I want it Mercedes grey. I said, you're just describing that bike.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. I said, why don't you just buy that one?
Yeah.
And he said, it's yours. I said, oh, well, whatever, just buy it. So he bought it. Yeah. And then a year down the line, he said, I want some Springer forks.
Yep.
And I want to change the forks. I want to change the bars. And blah, 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 blah. So she's come back in, which is how she's here now.
Yeah.
She's come back in and we've put a Springer front end in it, and I made some bars for him the other day. And had to rewire the switch gear and stuff. But other than that, it is exactly how I built her, but bar the front end.
What is it? That's a bobber.
This is a bobber.
Bobber.
Yeah, it kind of was a bobber chopper because originally it had the high bars on it, and it's running a 21 cheesy bars, and it's running a 21 front wheel.
Yeah. Now it's bobber.
So now I'd say it's a bobber. Well, it could still be a chopper because it's got a skinny front wheel.
She's gorgeous. Frame. Where
Frame.
did you get the frame from?
Stock Sportster front end, my back end.
Which Sportster is 40? It doesn't look like any.
It's a 92 solid mount Sportster, standard Sportster front end.
Okay, 92.
I just cut it in half.
Yep.
Cut the back off. That's all hand done, hand bent, but using the thick tube.
Yeah.
Not the inch. That's the 30 odd mil.
It's hardly traditional, isn't it? A thick tube.
It's the opposite, actually. Yeah, they like to run the inch tube on the traditional hardtail choppers are always a slightly skinnier tube, but this one's a slightly thicker tube.
It really stands out, your frame.
A lot of the early bikes that I did, it was all about the white frame.
Like your signature.
Yeah, a lot of the early Ducatis were all white frame. A couple of the Hondas that we did, the Hornet and the TT bike we did was a white frame. All of the early Harleys were white frame. This, I think, is actually last of the white frame.
And the last one that has that seat.
The last one that has the mint seat, yeah.
What a lucky owner.
Yeah, he is very lucky, yeah. He's a cool guy too. He owns a tattoo shop in...
Oh, does he?
Yeah, in Hertfordshire.
I have to visit him later and get the sound of that bike.
Yes, yeah, you will. Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, the story behind that is I haven't got a battery here for it at the moment.
It's no battery, guys, so unfortunately there is no sound, but it sounds very similar like... How do you call that one?
SNS.
Like an SNS. Yeah. Because the tubes are made by Tom, just around the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're very similar. Not the same, never the same.
Never, ever the same. It's the sun behind me. It isn't it? That makes my ears go red.
It's all right.
Have my ears gone red?
Yeah.
They have, haven't they? Right, I'm talking like this from now.
You talk like this. We both talk like this.
I'll talk like this.
We can use some duct tape.
Some duct tape?
Yeah, and tape them on. You can put them inside the...
My ears are so big.
They are not.
They're radiating the sun.
They're absolutely fine, like seriously.
They fit your head. Right, what are you talking about?
I really like the copper tubes. It goes to your oil tank.
Yes, yeah, I make all these.
I haven't seen those on other of your bikes.
I'll show you how to make these. It's quite cool little. It's a little plumbing tool. But out of
it's like a magic, like Christmas, you know. Like I feel like a spoiled girl. Like I want a pony. You know, like I like them tubes.
I'll show you how to make
how
them.
to do them. That's one.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Violet Beauregard.
Yeah.
Daddy, I want a golden goose.
Yeah, exactly. So that's me.
Daddy, I want a squirrel. I want copper tube. That's all right, Princess. We'll show you how to make copper tube.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you how to bend them. It's just a little small plumber's tool, but it's the art is getting them the same. It's also important to rubber mount them, by the way. That's why I use a tube at the top.
Yeah, I can see some inside.
Because they'll fracture otherwise.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Because they copper.
Because of the vibrations, they'll fracture. Originally, Mark, the guy that owns this now, wanted this done in copper. Because there's another copper tube here on the breather. I said to him, I can get it coated, and then I left it so long that I forgot about it. And when he came back to check the front end and make sure that he was happy with the springers, I said, I haven't got round to coppering that yet. And he went, oh no, leave it.
Yeah. Actually, I like it how rough it is.
Yeah, it's really, I just sanded it all off with a.
It looks really good. It looks very nice, like a raw detail.
Yeah.
Everything else looks so like perfect, you know.
And then you just got that.
Especially, and you have that unfinished, but it does look finished.
This is solid mount, early 90s, 1200 5-speed, standard engine.
Yeah.
But this has had a wet Cerakote, a ceramic coat.
Yeah.
Had the engine soda blasted, and then we sent it to a company up the road, and they put a Cerakote, a really heavy. It's like a powder coat, but a really heavy finish on it. It's the first engine that we've had done.
Cerakoted.
Which is a really, really hard finish to it.
If I'll need anything Cerakoted for my bike, we're gonna go visit the guys and film the episode about them.
Yes, and
show how the process and everything.
Yeah, he'll be more than happy to show you how to do that.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
Mr. Foster.
Not much electric.
No. There's just enough to start it.
Yeah, okay. So, oh, it does have a start button.
Yeah, not showing you. I take all the switch gear out of this side and put it into this side so it houses the throttle.
Yeah.
And then, what was I saying?
You were saying
Oh yeah, I took all the...
memory gap.
I did. I take all the guts out of this switch gear, put it in this switch gear. I turn the indicator button into a horn button.
Okay.
And then that's dip and
Okay.
low beam, and then that's your start button.
Okay. So
And the throttle and the brake light switch. So everything is all in that little switch gear in that amount of wiring, and that runs the whole bike. Inboard disc, which was quite cool.
yeah.
With the Brembo brake caliper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Boosh.
Yeah. Proper working brakes for Harley.
VMP front caliper. Yeah, but yeah, the brakes work on this, which is cool.
Is it because you built it for yourself?
Yes, this
You
was
made everything
built.
work properly.
Yeah. Not to say that I don't make things work properly for other people. It's just that I do like to have good brakes.
It's good that from now on you build all the bikes for yourself.
Yeah, that's
So
it. And then they all get
properly.
brakes. Yes.
Your signature oil tank,
Yep.
tube oil tank.
Yep. And the spanner. There's a spanner here.
Oh yeah.
That's where the spanner is.
Oh yes.
Because they've all got spanners on them.
Nice. Not a snap-on.
No.
That's wise.
Definitely not a snap-on. Yeah. No. No, not a snap-on. But it's important that you have to use
A good one.
an imperial.
Okay.
Can't use a metric
Really?
spanner on.
Yeah, because it will not fit the boat.
No.
Yeah, imperial.
So
spanner,
imperial spanner on there.
but not a snap-on, guys.
No. Definitely not a snap-on one. And your bike will have to have a
Spanner. I'll get a snap-on.
spanner.
It's going to be an expensive bike with a snap-on spanner. I'll get the smallest one from eBay.
6 mil. I've got a little
Yeah, 6-pound one. Yeah, like a tiny one.
6mm one.
Yeah,
Tiny little one.
Yeah.
Where would you put
the
it?
cheapest one.
Sometimes.
With my lipstick. It's going to be my lipstick holder.
Oh yeah, that's going to go under the seat as well. We've got to get an awful lot under the seat of your build, haven't
No,
we?
under the seat will be the battery, so I have to make a lipstick holder somewhere. So like somewhere it can be a spanner where you put the lipstick in.
I've got a brilliant idea for a lipstick holder.
Yeah.
It's just come to me.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea.
Okay.
Well, I can't tell you now, can I?
Okay.
I'll tell you in a bit when we're doing that.
Okay. Next vlog you will find a brilliant idea for a lipstick holder, guys. I'm sure everyone's looking forward for that. I think we're done with,
Oh yes. With a cheesy chopper.
with the cheesy chopper. If I'll have a chance before the vlog is out to film the sound, I definitely will. If not, guys, you have to go and check other vlogs and hear something similar.
Or yeah, you can see the original build of this bike on the Parry Brothers YouTube channel.
I'll put the link,
And
it does have a sound.
oh yeah, there's lots of riding of this
Okay.
bike.
Oh, so if you want to see that bike on the road and riding in the beautiful episode by Perry Brothers, I'll drop the link.
That's it. And
Yeah,
how it's
that's
got
got
its
it.
name, how.
That's
Yeah.
it then.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Let's go
wonderful.
drink tea.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll give you my idea for lipstick. Yeah. Kettle on.
Thank you once again, guys. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.